Hello everyone. Let me kick my shoes off here. Oh, the rainbows from my crystal. Oh God, I love my van. I'm in my van right now. We're gonna record a video real quick. And so yeah, anyway, I need to get into it, right? I need to get into it. So, how do I want to start this? I don't think that intro was very good because I got sidetracked. So, I don't know about this lighting right here. What do we think about this way? What do we think about this way? All right, I think maybe from down below like that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right. Hi everyone. Welcome to day number 9. Excuse me. Of Macto Masculus by Machismo. And today what we're going to be working on, our 2 major lessons that we're going to be learning is, well, we're actually going to talk about something else first before we talk about that. So I'm going to backtrack again. We're not going to do the day 9 Macto Masculus video yet. Yeah, we're going to back up. Hey everyone. I wanted to take some time real quick to record a video in response to what has been going on in my life over the past couple of days. Now, I have been sharing everything with you guys along my progress and my journey through Macto Masculus and Machismo, and sharing that with the world. I've really just kind of really enjoyed myself. But with that, I've also been struggling the past couple of days because I was really passionately wanting this to go as good as possible. And so I've been putting a lot of passion and energy into it, a lot of work. And in my pursuit of that, I had kind of shifted myself out of balance. And I recognized that, and I felt that I was kind of feeling some clouds coming over me. And so I really tried to breathe deep over the weekend and invest in areas that I felt like I was really missing. The balance was off in my life. And it was kind of just, I was doing it. I was doing it naturally. The waves, if you will, were just kind of pushing me towards that. I was feeling it in sort of an intuition type of way. And so I followed that instinct. I followed my gut. And what it led me to do was to reconnect with some people whose relationship that I've had with over the past little while has been a little bit strained. And it's primarily because of what we talked about the other day, where you should keep your mouth shut about your personal progress and what you're doing, right? And so I had been doing that. I was extremely silent about what was going on with Macto Masculus and with Machismo and what I was planning. I was keeping everything as tight to the chest as I possibly could because I did not want it to be corrupted or, I didn't want it to be damaged in any way. And I wasn't quite ready to receive criticism for it because I hadn't fully molded it into exactly what I wanted it to be. It hadn't fully taken shape. And so I was playing it really close to the chest. I was being really, really silent. And so I realized that I needed to fix that with some people. So I did. And the other day I went to my stepmom. She's actually my former stepmom. But I need to clarify that with you because I have multiple mothers. I consider her my mother just as much as my biological mom. She is an absolute inspiration to me. Anyway, she's been supporting me on the back end in very subtle ways, letting me sleep at her house periodically when the weather is too intense and I can't stay inside my van. P.S. I'm homeless, live inside my van. Uh, when I can't do that, she'll let me sleep there. Sometimes she'll feed me. She's been very patient with me in my transition as I have kind of come and gone, right? I've drifted in and out as I've kind of gone through on this journey. And I've been silent sometimes, I've been really active sometimes. You know what? Let's see if we can get some more light in here. And so anyways, I've been neglecting her because I was being silent, right? In my preparation for Macto Musculus and Machismo. So I decided that I would go and I would fix that. So I went to my mom and I went in and I asked them if I could have dinner with them. And my other mom who lives there, her name's Marty. Complicated story, don't give a crap to explain it to you. It works, I love it. I have 2 moms that live there. Went there and Marty was there. And I was like, hey Marty, is it okay if I eat dinner with you guys? And she was like, hey, we've already eaten, but feel free to help yourself. There's enough to go around. So I went in, I helped myself to an absolutely fabulous meal, just masterfully cooked. And while I was eating the meal, the rest of the family came home. They had gone to run some errands. So my mom came home, Michelle, and my brother Kenny. So I was sitting there at the table and they came and sat down, and I opened up to them. And I told him exactly what was going on, and I apologized for being silent, and I explained exactly what Macto Musculus was, what Machismo was, and it was beautiful. We all, me, Michelle, Marty, Kenny, we all connected in such a beautiful way, and we all shared wonderful stories about what it means to be a man and what it means to overcome trial and adversity, what it means to grow. And man, they were sharing such beautiful insight with me, and they were teaching me such wonderful things. I'm sorry, but it was so awesome. And because of my fear that what I was doing would be manipulated and that I wouldn't be ready to receive criticism, is that I hid it away and I prepared it and I finalized it. I made it concrete. And then I went and I shared it with them and I talked to them about it, and I realized that a lot of the principles that were inside of what I'm teaching were because of examples they had already given me. And I knew that, and that's why I wanted to rekindle those relationships, because I loved that they were able to help me and they weren't even realizing that they were doing it. So I thanked them, and we had a loving, absolutely tender and beautiful moment together. It was fabulous. But then something magical happened that I was not planning on or prepared for in any way. My little brother Kenny, he showed me the Instagram page of my brother Daryl, who's married to my half-sister Jonelle. So he's my brother-in-law. I think I've met him once, maybe. And I've never gotten a chance to connect with him, and him and Jonelle live in Canada. Man, it's been rough. Plus our childhood was really difficult, and a lot of the trauma that we all faced kind of pushed everyone away to figure things out on their own. And so Jonelle really did that. And their relationship was always kind of an enigma to me. It did not make sense. Because they met online. And not just online, they met on a video game. They met on World of Warcraft. God, I love this story. They met on World of Warcraft, and through a series of serendipitous events, they managed to fall in love. And through that, they managed to connect. They got married. My little sister moved all the way to Canada, man. It was crazy. It was wild. I didn't have anything to say about it, but I didn't really watch what she was doing. I was just proud of her for going. Also scared, because I was like, man, I don't know if a relationship off of World of Warcraft is going to last. Long story short, little brother Kenny showed me Daryl, Jonelle's husband's Instagram page. Someone who I don't know. I haven't taken the time to investigate myself what's going on in their lives, and I can say that I'm quite ashamed of that now, because this man is talented beyond belief. Builds his own guitars, plays guitar. Good gosh, he shreds, man. just freaking shreds on the guitar. It's the coolest thing ever. You guys really should check it out. I'll maybe post like a link or something. I don't know how to do the socials really well, but I want you guys to check him out. Daryl, man, you're freaking awesome. So in this, I started following him. I liked all of his posts because I really did. It was amazing. And I did not realize that that's who he was. And then they told me a story. Kenny and Michelle told me the story that's been going on in my little sister's life recently and how she's been growing up. Oh, she is such an amazing, beautiful woman, and I didn't even realize. She had been slowly but surely going to school to get her degree, to go into the career that she'd always wanted. She'd been going slow and sure, little to my knowledge, because she was supporting Daryl in his adventure and discovering. He never played guitar before. He just loved metal music, man, and then it just kind of evolved into something, and then he made his own guitar, and then he got good at it. Man, now he's a skilled craftsman. My little sister finally graduated school. She's got her dream job now. She's about to buy her first house, man. I had no idea. My little sister, man, and her husband, they're fucking awesome. Excuse my language. They're so awesome. I'm so proud of them. They're cool people. And so I really wanted to try and get to know them. So I liked all of his posts on Instagram, and we started chatting it up just a little bit, and then gave me his number and kind of went our ways. And then the next day, right, I was still thinking about Daryl, and so I started sending him some texts and stuff, and we connected even further, and I just found out, man, he's a dude I want to get to know really bad, but he's up in Canada, so I'm going to do my best from here, right? I'm going to try and connect with him as much as I can, but man, it was awesome, just totally unexpected. So anyways, connecting yesterday with Daryl, my brother, who I'm just barely learning about. We're just getting to know each other, and man, it's so cool. But while we were talking, while I was connecting with Daryl, I was having these wonderfully emotional experiences, and these lights and appearing in my mind, these revelations, if you will, just the most beautiful fireworks with Daryl. Man, it was awesome. But while it was happening, I was thinking about somebody who I've been thinking about for a while. My buddy Drew, one of my oldest friends. Last time I talked to him, his life was getting flipped upside down. And I was in the middle of suicide thoughts and divorce, and we were both just not in good spots, man. I went totally silent. He kept trying to reach out, and I ghosted him to a certain level for months, man, because I just didn't have the energy, I didn't have the strength, I didn't know what was going on, and I was scared that I wasn't going to make it anyway, so I didn't want to invest any love into anybody and have them be hurt when I was gone. I was dark, it was bad, the weight was so heavy, dude. It was so heavy. So I ghosted him, but I slowly started getting stronger as I worked through what I'm teaching you guys, showing you guys through Mocto Musculus, through my masculine awakening, right? Finally got strong enough, so I started to reach out to him. I realized that there was a little bit of a lacking there, so I reached out to him. First time that I did was like back in June, because I wanted to visit him on a road trip I was going on with my kids. He never responded. Texted and called, I emailed and messaged. I could have done more for sure, but he ghosted me. And I didn't think much of it. I felt that everything was okay. But there was this little thing in the back of my mind that was like, maybe it's not, man, just check. So I did yesterday. I gave him a call this time. I was so grateful that at least I heard his voicemail, because he didn't pick up. But at least then I knew that he still owned the number. Because at this point, I was just a little bit scared about suicide for her. Because that's where I was when I ghosted people. I was in survival mode. So there's a part of me that just wanted to make sure. And so at least I got his voicemail, so that means that if he did happen to do that, you know, it would have had to have been really recent. Anyway, he called me back. And we were both a little bit weary of one another when we started talking. We didn't quite know, like, what each other's energies were and things, so we were a little bit trepidatious. Started out slow, worked into it, got comfortable. And then after just a little while, I had my brother back then. He opened up and he told me all this stuff that's going on in his life, and I just can't believe it. I can't believe what he's going through and what his wife's going through and his kids. Oh, they are so strong. He had every right to not talk to me. Every right to not talk to me. The amount of energy that he was putting into his family. Absolutely incredibly impressive. So of course, we both get emotional. I was going through so much when I ghosted him, never talked to him about it. Now I'm starting to share. He's going through all this stuff when he ghosted me. I had no idea about. Now we're talking about it, starting to share. Emotions are flying. Love is just, it's coming back. My brother's back, dude. I missed him so much. I was scared I'd lost him forever. And I would have never forgiven myself. Never. But because I opened up and he saw my videos on YouTube, he took a chance, took a risk to let me in a little bit. So this is what the whole video is for. I tested my gut, I followed my intuition, my instincts. I put my pride aside, even though I was a little bit scared and nervous that these people who I felt I had damaged wouldn't take me back. But I need you to know, one by one, to my mother, Michelle, thank you. To my mother, Marty, thank you. To my brother, Kenny, thank you. To my brother, Daryl, thank you. To my brother, Mark, thank you. To my brother, Drew, thank you. I love you. I love you. And each one of you has already influenced me well before I started doing Mocto Musculus. You gave me good, wonderful, pure, beautiful principles to build on. Thank you for letting this old, stupid, broken man back. 'Cause I'm not really so much broken anymore. That's partially because of each one of you. So thank you so much. I love each and every one of you. Now I need to make specific references to my beautiful, divine, lovely girls.
my children, my daughters. You are heavenly. And that's not just because I'm your father. In both of you there is such a beauty, a purity. And without knowing that you guys actually loved me, I would not have made it. Thank you for loving me. And I will give everything I have to repay that love, to earn it for the rest of my life. And now, to the one person who I've been silent to and needed to hear me the most, to my partner, to my lover, to my mate, Heather, you were the most wonderful woman I've ever encountered in my life. It's literally been like a movie. You have seen me in the most hellacious ways. I've unleashed the full wrath of all of my demons on you. And in your beauty, in your divine femininity, even though you were scared, just absolutely terrified, I watched you rush into that fire that I created, all of that rage that I threw at you, all that damage from everyone who had hurt me, that I tried to use to prove that I wasn't good enough. I watched you run into that fire scared as hell, to come throw some water on me, to cool me down. Oh my God. No one will ever know what you've seen except for me. You are the bravest woman I've ever met. By far. You are my balance. You tempered me when I was the hottest I'd ever been. Thank you. I will never, ever be able to repay you for the bravery that you showed. So I am going to do my best to take that gift you gave me and show it to the world. Because it's the most beautiful thing I can even imagine. Because I didn't think it was even possible. I thought it was as fiction, as comic book characters, superheroes, whatever. You made it so real. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Without you, I would not be me. The gift you've given me is tremendous. And I just hope I can give a little bit back. I'll start by saying thank you. I need to take just a few secs, right? I need to take a few seconds. I want YouTube real quick. I want to transition right into the next video, but I want you to know what's going on. Instagram's been joining us for this entire video as well, so I want YouTube to say hi to Instagram. And Instagram, say hi to YouTube. Hi guys.